Start your day with purpose. Let your soul awake. On the daily ride, find strength for every step you take. A journey with Jesus, discovering your true name. His love lights your path, no day is ever the same. The daily ride, let your heart be free. Devotion every day for you and me. Understanding grows, faith comes alive, step by step with Jesus.
Hey Trail Riders, welcome back to the Daily Ride. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be talking about be patient. James 1:4 is our focal passage, and it says this: "And let endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." The scriptures that get us through the Bible in a year is Romans 5 and 6, Psalm 44, 1 through 8, Proverbs 10:19. Rejoicing through difficulty. James teaches us that we can rejoice when we face difficult situations because those trials test our faith and produce patience. I have found this to be true in my own life. Trials did eventually develop patience within me. But before they did, they brought many other things to the surface: pride, anger, rebellion, self-pity, complaining, and other attitudes that needed to be confronted. With God's help, these ungodly traits must be faced and dealt with because they hinder the growth of patience and other good fruit, such as kindness, love, humility, righteousness, and spiritual maturity. The work of perfection. The work of purification. The Bible speaks of purification, sanctification, and sacrifice. These may not be popular words, but they describe the process God uses to shape our character and make us more like Jesus. His desire is to bring us to maturity, complete, lacking nothing, and filled with the fruits of righteousness. This process often requires us to walk through difficulties. Through these seasons God uses, they may be unpleasant, but God can use them to refine us, strengthen us, and help us to grow. Trusting God's purpose. For a long time, I struggled against the difficulties in my life. I wanted them to disappear quickly and often resisted the very situations God wanted to use them to teach me, strengthen me, and to draw me closer to Himself. In time, I began to understand that God does not waste anything we surrender to Him. Even the painful, confusing, and uncomfortable seasons can become tools in His hands when we choose to trust Him instead of fighting against the process. God is able to work all things together for good, not because every situation is good in itself, but because He is good, wise, and faithful. He can take what is meant to discourage us and use it to deepen our faith. He can take what feels like delay and use it to develop patience. He can take what exposes weakness and use it to teach us dependence on His strength. What He asks us is surrender. Surrender does not mean we understand everything, nor does it mean that we pretend hardship is easy. It means that we place the situation in God's hands and choose to believe Him that purpose, His purpose, is greater than our pain. It means saying, "Lord, I do not see the whole picture, but I trust You with the part that I cannot see." We can come to Him honestly and say, "I trust You, God. I believe that when this difficulty is over, I will become wiser, stronger, and more compassionate, and more rooted in you than I was before it all began. This kind of prayer shifts our focus from the trouble itself to the faithful God who is with us in this trouble. Trusting God's purpose allows us to endure hardship with hope. We may still feel the discomfort of the process, but we do not need to lose heart. God is working within us even when we cannot see yet we cannot yet see the outcome. He is shaping our character, refining our motives, and teaching us to rely on Him more fully. In His hands, every surrendered trial can become part of the greater testimony of His grace. No matter what you are going through, trust God that you are going to grow closer to Him each and every day. Our final thought comes to us today from John 13:7, which says, Jesus answered and said to him, What I do, you do not realize now, but you will understand hereafter. And Theodore Cooler had this to say about this passage. God keeps a school for His children here on earth, and one of His best teachers is disappointment. My friend, when you and I reach our Father's house, we shall look back and see that the sharp-voiced, rough-visaged teacher, disappointment, was one of the best guides to train us for it. He gave us hard lessons and often used the rod and often led us into the thorny paths. He sometimes stripped off a load of luxuries, but that only made us travel the freer and faster on our heavenward bound way. He sometimes led us down into the valley of the shadow of death, but never did the promises read so sweetly as when spelled out by the eye of faith in that very valley. Nowhere did He lead us so often or teach us such a sacred lessons as at the cross of Christ. Dear old rough-handed teacher, we will build a monument to thee yet, and a crown with garlands, and inscribe on it, blessed by the memory of disappointment. God bless you guys. I hope you'll continually follow me here on the Daily Ride, and I'll see you on the next trail ride.
The Daily Ride. Let your heart be free. Devotion every day for you and me. Understanding grows, faith comes alive, step by step with Jesus.